it's got money is really the biggest prize. Oh, did you want to say hi? Come in.
Together.
Oh, we're about to see
Can't see.
No way.
No!
Wait,
Spoilers.
the Dragon Age 3 crossover we wanted, guys.
Yes!
I didn't know this was a crossover campaign.
What up?
Hey,
Hey,
Bonjour!
time for the crossover.
Yeah? I don't think I'm ready for that.
How you
Hey.
guys doing?
What up? What
doing good. How
up?
you
Great.
guys doing?
Doing
New
pretty
batch.
decent. Hope we're not crashing too much of the session.
Nope, honestly, we're getting Hark more time to think about a question. So,
Fair enough.
I am going to say though, I am the new ginger in town.
You've been dethroned, Sam.
Oh no. Unfortunate. That just means I'll have to come find them.
Well, I hope you all have a good session. I'll let Sam have a go.
Oh no. Thank you.
oh no.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Hello, Sam.
How are you guys?
Good, great. How are you?
We're living.
Pretty swell.
Or at least
Yeah. Oh, this time. Oh, Hark didn't tell you he's gonna TPK you guys this time around.
You can certainly
Unfortunate.
try.
Oh, dun dun dun. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, good luck. Have fun. Thanks.
Thank
well,
you.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
I was asking Tommy and Sam ideas for today's session, so if you all are put through hell, blame them.
I accept that.
But we'll have fun.
Welcome to Blog 6 of the Ready Persona 1, sponsored by Angel Nectar. Feel the holy.
Let me just first say right away, Kyle, is that I think this is going to be an awesome role playing opportunity for your character, because essentially this is Superman, like kryptonite, like depowered. This is your classic. Oh, the superhero's like power has
I
been
know.
completely cut off, and I'm very curious to see how Odin / Gabe like feels about this and how he feels about it. Is he going to get angry at Captain Crunch now? Is he
I
now
can't
going to
really
have?
I can't really be angry at Captain Crunch because it's like you can't be mad at him in general because it's like, well, yeah, we're fighting, but like it'd be like, well, what the fuck, man? I don't break your teeth now, do I?
You could
Well,
try.
Punch to the face, not break
Also-
his teeth? Like what?
Also, the issue is like, oh, it's Superman. Be like, yeah, I feel like out of character, a character that really Oda hasn't really done much to be like, oh, he's like Superman. It's like I just tank hits. None of my things have actually really worked, except maybe the speed. The speed's the only
The
thing.
speed
actually
is really good,
Yeah.
especially in this arena. Like, you have speed's really good.
Like
Besides-
if we were doing actual mathematical 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet, your turn one
Yeah.
would have been, I
You
have
could
perfect
found the
memory.
flag.
I'm gonna drive by every single thing in this whole map, pick up the flag, and drive it home, and it would
I
have been
know.
done.
I know. That's why I was. Well, that's the thing is. I noticed the thing about Odin so far. The thing that's been the most useful is the thing that's not related to Gungnir. It's his 15 toughness.
Mhm.
So he just takes everything. And I just keep missing. So it's like I keep missing, but most things just bounce off of me.
I have the opposite problem with you. Most things can't hit me, but for whatever reason, if I get hit, I'm down. Like I do not
True.
have almost
Do you-
any toughness at all.
Did you watch the latest Thor movie, Love and Thunder?
Oh no.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine
do
with
you-
spoilers.
Do you
Spoil
at
away, I
least
don't care.
do you at least know what happens to Mjolnirs?
The
Mjolnirs?
Mjolnir and the original and was it not Endgame? No, Thor Ragnarok, where Hela takes it and breaks it.
Yeah. I'm envisioning that, but by doing so, Mjolnir gets some really cool abilities
That's true.
from being shattered. So I'm saying this might.
That's true. Like I said, I'm just one of those people that is like, God darn, I spent so much PowerPoints on this and now I can't use it. It's just a player reaction. It's all good.
Yeah. No, I knew that in that moment I'm like, ooh, this is gonna hurt. but I feel like it'd be a really cool moment. It'd be a really, really cool moment for your character. Like
Perfect for Captain Crunch too. That's what he does.
that's what he does. He just
Yeah.
eats anything. Like
Captain
and you wouldn't
Crunch
think.
becomes the all
I
father.
guess that's kind of useful. Like, I guess that's kind of useful. It's like, oh wait, that is pretty darn useful.
Yeah.
So,
Give him the right moment.
But Captain Crunch hold the power?
I mean,
Got
you
gear in
can do
his
the
stomach.
same thing to my gun.
he can do the same thing to
I have
your
like
gun.
60 points pumped into each gun,
Yeah,
and that and like another 20 into my bike.
right. Exactly. He could just bite into a bike. Like, there's a lot of things that you
I
can
mean,
just
it is improved toughness. It has the durable condition.
But the only benefit is it's literally a power, and usually how Mutants and Masterminds works is powers always come back. Equipment you always have to actively actually replace. So
Well, I know that's the thing. In my head, like my summonable, it always comes back to me in the normal condition. But in my head, it's not like the same bike. I just order a new one from whatever
I mean,
governmental agency.
the thing is
It's
about
like-
Mutants, everything is based off of like narrative, how you can describe it.
Mhm.
So if it's like for the power, let's say that my power is the motorcycle, you can just always argue I just get a new one. But the whole point is that you don't lose powers. That's the whole. That's the like the benefit between like equipment, because equipment is easily lost for understandable reasons.
Yeah, I put 3
Oh.
points into Chrono and 4 into Cade. But I'm gonna dump the rest of my points into Cade to make a Minotaur
I-
follower. That's
I still-
happening.
I still have the 4 from last session, but I have not put. I've only put like 2 into Odin, which is Fearless, and I forget what the last one was. Hold on, let me go check. But basically, Odin has not really got too much. But
I'll just put it out there that I want to discuss between Kyle and Hart the storytelling of taking that follower, how we want to do it.
Sure. Yeah, we
like
can
I
do
said,
that.
get
do
a
it now,
job,
but-
Yeah.
get a job, and you'll get the Minotaur.
I'm thinking Cade might try and build like a duplicate of his own, but it's like bad. And then I want to take some of the bad versions of the power, so it like doesn't listen to me and
So
ignores me.
here's the fun thing. It's also probably magic. So you also probably need the artificer feat. So I like the idea. Kate's like, I could just build this with like technology, and Gabe's just like, it's gonna backfire.
Yeah.
I'm just
Worst case
gonna
scenario, I just make a bad version of it. Mhm.
Oh,
another thing actually that came up was during the warm-up question, you asked for the money what charities Gabriel would say it to, and the answer he gave was actually revealed to why he would give it to like women's shelters and stuff. It was revealed by, because it has nothing to do with Gabe himself as experience. Is what his dad's experience. So that came up when he was like, yeah, my dad didn't really grow up in a really nice home. So that kind of came up, and I didn't really think that would come up. So I thought it was fun.
I'll just say that it was fun. It's like we've done a lot of kind of high drama stuff. And so it was kind of fun just to have a low key run around a maze, sit in the hot tub, goof off. Kind of just more lighthearted, and I enjoyed the contrast.
I I love deep like drama and stuff, and I've been doing that a little bit this session. But part of me just got lost as soon as we rolled that initiative. It's just like, how could I screw with people? It's like, and I'm sorry if it kind of all focused onto you, Gabe. Or
It's
well,
all right. I was the one who actually just
Oh,
ran
yes.
in, so it's just all piled onto me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was also Cade, because every time Cade got something, it just left his hands. He's like, I got the flag. No, I don't got the flag.
yeah. Well, he was doing
adding the middle button to switch the flags is a cool twist to put onto it.
I was trying to give, because clearly when I designed this, I figured, okay, Odin and Cade clearly are going to have the advantage here. And so I needed to find other ways that other characters can have other opportunities to really shine. I mean, clearly Captain Crunch and Honeboy shined in their own right. Moji and I think Root Canal were struggling as to like, what can I really contribute to this event? unfortunately. And hopefully, the idea is each event is going to be so different that each different characters will have different opportunities to shine. Hopefully, if they're not voted off first. What were you going to say, Ethan?
I was just musing to myself, like I should have set up that tripwire. I mean, if you were running so fast around the place, I should have set up a tripwire and it would have been right on your face. Just
That's
That's
true.
I would have just got back up and just kept going.
That's true.
Odin's the train that just keeps going. That's the benefit of his toughness can actually be higher if I reduce his parry to 10 or so. Basically, the 0 he would have had like a toughness of 20, which would have meant he got hit more, but just took less damage.
I did like how creative all of you got with using your abilities throughout this session. I did enjoy Chrono using echolocation basically with his super hearing, and that was really useful. That was really cool. I like that.
Fun thing. So the form that he was in when he got the powers taken away, which is another reason I was disappointed because I didn't get to show it off. It's a healing one that allows him to heal others, but also has regeneration. So each round he regains a toughness. So that's why he went in that form, because the whole point is like, okay, we just have to get through him, and every time you would hit him and do damage, you would just be like,
yeah.
So
Okay,
we actually have a similar thing going on with Odin versus Forest, because Forest has those tempo changes.
Yeah.
Each tempo change provides a different effect, and one of them is like a regeneration aura for like everybody within a certain area.
Cool.
So basically, Odin was initially planning on just, I don't know where it is because the guy who took it is literally teleporting, so it could be anywhere. So I'm just gonna stand here and just be a wall and just force them to beat me up until that was the plan there.
I was not trying to beat you up. I was trying to grapple you and then choke you out. That's what I was doing.
Yes.
Just to be
it blows
fair.
my mind how close Cade and Yellow's, like Cade has the grapple stuff, the choke out stuff, the equipment. Like he's just a weak version of Yellow.
And I've said it before, but Yellow is like the idealist version of Forest, or at least how they would like to be seen.
That's
Like this cool, suave character.
Thing.
I'll have to think on that.
I really like the friendship that is forming between Chrono and Nutmeg. That's cute. I think that's really cute.
I like that too.
That's really cool.
Also, there was some development with Thor today.
Yeah, that's true. Thor is a big Cade fan right now, thanks to that hero point. It's a good use of a hero point.
Yeah.
This is not like Gabe's day. Gabe's hitting a lot of bad luck, like for an ASMR. He's hitting a lot of.
That's why everyone's like, why do you yell at the gods? You be like, look, I gotta, like, I'm literally their family, and they don't give me anything. Also, like,
tough luck.
yeah, I'm getting my friends luck.
It does make me wonder, like, how how's that's going to affect your character development. Like, will you end up bitter by the end? Will you begin forsaking, or will you use it as a growth area of a growth opportunity? I don't know.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I think here's the thing: it's very obvious that his daughter probably can guess that her dad's Odin. Like, I think I wrote that in the thing where, like, she probably guesses it, but she probably doesn't push it because it's understandable. And I'm pretty sure even at this point, Loki has no damn clue. No.
Do we all know that your in-game daughter and son are your real-life daughter and son?
Only Ave would know that Loki is Odin's actual, like, kid.
Then I made a mistake, because I probably wouldn't have pushed liking Minotaurs on Thor because in my head I thought I knew. So I made a mistake there.
I mean,
I
you could just say
figured
that
out Loki a while ago too, though.
I mean, the thing is, I think the only person he's shown who his avatar is, our kind of character, is Ave, because he was like, "Oh, I carved this."
Oh, but that was at the dinner
that was at the dinner, so maybe Forrest could have solved, but I know probably Kate because Kate was too busy copying
Very
the
true.
stepfather.
Very true. Yeah, so that was my mistake. My bad.
But I mean, I just took that as Cade really wants that damn Minotaur.
Yeah, that's
See,
what I
that was
took
his
too.
purpose. He was thinking, well, if his daughter wants it, then he's gonna do it, and then I can write it.
Oh,
This really roundabout way of getting to what he wanted.
Actually, there's a lot of like meta stuff that's happening in game. Well, quote unquote, in game right now. In game, probably yes, also. But in game, there's some meta stuff that's happening from our real world characters.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, we've been able to justify it, I think.
for the most part.
But
For the most part.
is there anything that you guys think might be something your characters may just have to, like, I mean, we get punished if we go out of character while we're in game. But do you think there's anything that would push your characters to that point?
If his helmet comes off and the kids see it, because I know for a fact it's probably going to be like, oh, fuck, wait, Dad. That's probably what's going to end up being. And then he's going to be like, hi. So that's probably what would, or if something's actively like hurting his kids in the game, or like if it's like hurting them and then it's like really bad or something. Like if
I'll
something
say
goes wrong.
that even through this, going through this maze, the more frustrated Chrono gets, the more Cade comes out. That his tactics are starting to be like, okay, I'm not going to try and be smart and grab the flag, and it's becoming like, you're annoying me, I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to kill you, and then I'm going to kill you, and then I'll get the flag and put it in there.
Good thing Captain
We didn't
Crunch
get
is
to see
on
the
your
full
side.
start of next session.
Yeah.
That's where he's at. He's just sick of Ave.
Also, if you want to answer this before I say something, Ethan.
Oh,
That's your
I would
question.
say if anything would happen to Captain Crunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
obvious, I think.
Captain Crunch may have created an enemy in Gabe at the moment. Maybe.
Such a good moment, though. Seriously.
You know how long it took to code that? But another aspect of Gabe that I had to come up with a reason why, but not on my own, it's on the Hark did. Because Hark during session 1, during the fight where like she's like, oh, I said we had to go to therapy, but you refuse. I literally had now the that wasn't like a part of Otis Gabriel, so I had to come up with a reason why he doesn't like therapy.
Mhm.
And I just
like that.
I came up with the reasoning of like, he's like, look, I already know my mistakes. Why do I pay someone to tell me the obvious? I know it's probably not the best way of looking at it, but I was like,
Oh, yeah, I know.
I was curious if anything was going through Cade's head when Gabe was talking about that, because he sees a therapist.
Yeah. He did think about that, and in his head, he's like, therapy's great. Like, he's my favorite.
You get dumplings and tea.
Yeah.
The apple stuff.
You're missing out,
Oh.
dude.
also it probably got worse because you literally married the marriage counselor, because he's like,
that's pretty
okay,
brutal.
it's like,
It'd make Titanic really,
Mhm.
like,
it's like,
Some pretty
like-
questionable work there.
True.
it's like,
man.
I don't like therapists, but maybe they're not all so bad.
He's not a therapist anymore. He stopped doing that, so maybe for good
Better.
reason.
He better.
I was like, I'm probably not cut out for this job. Try something
personal
else.
conflicts.
Like I said, I like that conversation because everyone's like, I think in Gabe's perspective, he's like, God damn, everyone's always still on him on like it's his fault. And it's worse that he also thinks it's also mostly his fault. So when people literally tell him, or like in the way how they say, yeah, it's kind of your fault, it just hurts him more.
Mhm.
From Forrest's perspective, they're not trying to force any blame on you. Forrest sees it as like, yeah, you're accepting blame. In fact, to them, you're accepting too much of the blame. And it's
Yeah.
just like it's a two-way street. And while yes, you are certainly at fault and you could have made it better before it got worse. And that was part of the problem. There was no
Props to you, Kyle, for role playing that, because that's such a human thing to role play. Is like everyone's against me, and
Yeah,
I'm trying to say my piece, and they're telling me I could have done better here, here, and here. Just shut up and listen. Like,
yeah, like I think it's worse is literally he tells himself that he's also the issue. So like I think a part of him wants to have someone to literally say, maybe it's not exactly your fault, but like, so it's just one of those things. Everyone's like, man, it just confirms everything.
I see a lot of similarities between what you're talking about here and the conversation that Cade was having with Forrest about, everybody has all these expectations of what's right and wrong, and people are blaming me for things, and I'm just trying to do what I think is right, and I still get blamed for things. So I think there's a little bit of, it's not exactly the same, but
There's parallels.
There's parallels to it, and
Oh,
about how much of it might be my fault, how much of it should bother me, like how much of it should I care, whether it's my fault or not, things like that.
Yeah, I think like I said, it's a weird mixture where a part of him just wants to hold it because I also want to play it off as like it's the ASMR thing because there's like three different kinds of ASMRs. Usually there's the Fallen, which is usually like something corrupted them. You have the Scorch, which is literally like I'm going
Scorched
straight
earth.
forward, and then Gabriel's the Protector, and I picked that as like you choose usually the most protecting option, but that's probably not the most healthy in some cases.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's probably that. So I'm just very curious. And now Ethan thinks Root Canal is Gabriel's ex-wife. I'm thinking it's Janice, but
oh, I think Root Canal is definitely your ex-wife.
if it is, well,
I
hey,
always had the thought before because originally I was like, is that Janice? That's not Janice, is it? And it was just like, but then there was definitely some stuff that happened in like part one that was just like, oh, I think that's not Janice, is it? Especially when she was like, does Odin have a missus?
Yeah,
And
that's
it was
not a
just like,
Janice move. That's an ex-wife move.
that's an ex-wife move. Like,
everyone's literally fishing if Gabriel's dating. His kids are, and now if now Root Canal, Gabriel's just like, why is everyone thinking I'm going on a date? My problem is I work too much. Why would I be dating? And then Kate's getting all the ladies.
Kane's
Somehow.
getting both of them. I don't know. They're both very charming. Both of the ghost characters are charming somehow. I don't know.